Good morning and welcome to Kramer's Corner with a daily technical update on Tuesday the 19th of March. And let's get cracking. A lot of stuff happened overnight. Not so much in US that opened a little bit and closed a little bit higher, but the bearish engulfing picture has not been cancelled, and we can do just a little bit of here. We need to close above that level of 5,190. Key support 5,057, so it's still intact, but it's not confirmed that we will have a correction, so still holding up. Nasdaq that bounced off the 17,808, also a little bit higher above the rising trend line here, but the key level to look out for is that level 17,808. The top and reversal pattern is still in place. Moving on to the European markets, that has been trading fairly strong lately and is still the strongest, stepping more or less sideways out of this rising trend line here. Let's see what will happen the next couple of days. We had these high shadows, tall shadows here, especially on the 15th. And that is indicating that buyers can't really hold it up, or can't lift it higher at least. So we are ripe for a correction, but it is not occurring just yet. So still holding on. The uptrend is intact, but there is a divergence on the RSI. So a correction is looming, but for now the uptrend is still our friend. Same picture here on DAX. Really, we have these tall, or fairly tall shadows or wicks here, but if they can take, if the market can take out these peaks, then they'll be cancelled. We are a bit stressed, but again, we are uptrend is intact. 17,620 is the key support to look out for. Also on the Amsterdam, trading a little bit sideways, but again, we can see it is with higher highs, but this ugly candle here, so to speak, that actually is a bit of a piercing line candle that kind of indicates that the sellers are in control, and with these excuse me, with these red candles here also, we are a little bit, they are a little bit in control, the sellers, but they haven't really been able to push it lower. CAC 40. Also, we had basically two shooting stars right there, so we do have a top and reversal candle in place. However, there's no divergence now on the RSI, so there's a divergence between what the actual market says and the indicators say. So, but for now, the trend is your friend, so stick to that. But there are some danger signals out there. There are some warning signs that we have to be aware of. The Swiss market, after being rejected at 11,800, just below this resistance here, well, then we are back below 11,616. Could see a little bit back lower to 11,500, but I think buyers will come back in. There's no divergence. We can cancel that one. There's no divergence on the RSI anymore, so we should see a move higher on the SMI 20. Let's move on with euro dollar. We have euro dollar almost retracing 50% of this uptrend here. I think we could see a dip down to the 61.8 retracement just above 108. I think that could be tested, but the 200 moving average will give a little bit of a support, and we are still in a positive sentiment. But a dip down there is not unlikely, and if we see that, I think we will see a bounce, a very strong bounce from that. However, we have the 55 moving average pushing lower. That could give a little bit of pressure. Cable, if it will update, right there, selling off this morning, a 61.8 retracement and 126.61. I think it will be tested here this morning or during the day, possibly. Fairly strong support. We also have the cloud support. Oh, distort a little bit there, sorry about that. But 61.8 at 126.60, I think it will be tested here fairly shortly. Will it dip down to the 786 and strong support here at 126? I don't think so, but it's not unlikely. But we have the 100 moving average coming up here, actually above the 200, so the underlying trend is bullish, and we also have the positive sentiment on the RSI. Yen has been moving a lot this morning in the Asian trading session. Dollar yen pushing towards the February double peak here, 150 88, 90 level, 85, around that level, really strong resistance. I think we will see a little bit of setback when we test that, and I do believe we will test it. Question will be, can we actually close above 60 on the RSI? Currently we are above, but if we can, I think we'll see a little bit of setback, and then next move towards 152, 152 and a half possibly. Euro yen also pushing higher. Euro yen close to move back above 60, but it was already in positive sentiment, never close below the 40 level. So we are resuming uptrend, and it could test the 163.72 previous peak here fairly short. We were very close this morning. I think in the next couple of days we will break higher. We will see a move up toward this 165. A yen pair that didn't really move much was the Aussie yen, and that was primarily due to the Aussie dollar that we are going to look at in a few minutes. Still range bound between 98.2025 and 96.90, so keep an eye on those levels. Sterling yen also pushing higher. RSI back above, currently at back above 60. If we do close above that, it's further confirmation that it has resumed uptrend, and we will see a push higher in the coming days and weeks towards 192.50, 60 level, possibly higher. And the Aussie dollar, as we spoke about, it has broken currently below the rising trend line here. There will be a little bit of support around these lows here, just around, oops, sorry, that was my mistake. Around this level here at 64.80, 85, around that, a little bit dip was there, but around this level there will be some support. However, we are back in the negative territory. I think we have the 55 moving average coming down. We have 200, we're below that. We didn't close above the cloud. Look at the cloud from time to time. It's a good guide of a trend that if you can't break above that, if you can't close above it, especially when they are flatlined, that is a strong signal that either break above it or it's being rejected. Potential down to 64 on the Aussie dollar. Dollar Canada pushing higher, and I think we will see a move back up to test the 136.20 resistance area. It is the 61.8 retracement of this downtrend here, and some strong resistance up in this area. If we do break above, especially a close above, well, then we will see a move up towards 137.45. And you can see also here, it did stay above the cloud. It didn't close below, and we are in a positive sentiment on the RSI. Dollar Swiss testing the 89 resistance, just 1 pip or 2 pips from this morning. And remember, I'm using mid prices, so it's the mid between the bid and ask. I use that on. Then it's just about being consistent, really. So you have to add or subtract a few pips from the bid price and ask price. Anyway, we are now again testing this resistance here, and the 61.8 retracement just around 89. I think we could see a move up to 1990 and a half in the coming weeks. We have the 55 moving average coming up. It will not be a slam dunk, but it will be a little bit of gibberish up there. But expect a little bit of setback, and maybe we'll have another push higher. Positive sentiment on the RSI is supporting the uptrend view. The dollar index pushing higher, currently testing the 50% retracement of this downtrend here. Again, didn't close below the cloud, just tested the low end of it, but we did see some RSI negative sentiment. I think we will see a move up to 103.89. We could move higher, but I'm not quite so sure. There will be some strong resistance here around these levels at the 786 round, just around 104 and a quarter. So let's see if we can move up in that region. Gold is not doing much really at the moment. I still think we will see a test of the 21.34, possibly down to this 38.2 retracement at 21.15 before we see a bounce in the next week or so. If we're looking at the silver, also I think we could see a test of 24.60 before moving higher. We are in an uptrend, but it is struggling a little bit at the moment. Not really much going on in copper. But let's just have a quick look at it. You see also we had this bearish engulfing here. It's not the most perfect one, so expect a little bit of a setback back to the 400, but we are in an uptrend also on the medium-term view. Looking at platinum, that's been hammered this morning, couldn't really close above the cloud, so the uptrend has been cancelled before it actually got its act together. Palladium also almost got to the 786 projection of this inverted shoulder pattern. Now we are back to test the neckline area, some support here around 1,000, just above 1,000. So the uptrend is in a jeopardy at the moment. It's not cancelled, but it is very close to, and I would say we are in a wait and see mode at the moment. Moving on to the energy, and we finally had the crude oil on the move, actually closed above the minor resistance here, 82.56. I think we will see a move up to 84 and a half, 84.60, which is the 61.8 retracement of this downtrend here. So a move up there in coming days, and then maybe a little bit of a setback, but we are in an uptrend. Same picture on Brent crude, very close to testing 87.35, which is a resistance, but there's potential up to around just below 90 in this area here. We are in an uptrend, so we could see that in the coming weeks. Finally, let's have a look at the US 10-year Treasury yield. Very close to testing the 435 resistance there. We were just very close to it, and we have could expect a little bit of setback, but we are in a positive sentiment, so a break above, well, then there's room up to 444.50 level. All right, that's a long one today. Have a nice day and happy trading.